In this video, you're going to learn network marketing success tips and team building strategies to help you make more sales and recruit more reps. Question for you. Have you ever been involved or taken a network marketing training and got confused on what's the best approach to build your business? Do you do it offline, old school, or do you do it online and do it all with social media or Facebook? Sometimes it just gets overwhelming and just confusing. Well, in this video, I'm going to share my network marketing success tips, and I'm going to clarify once and for all how you can build an explosive business. So stay tuned. Hello, my friend. My name is Petrovick, and I provide network marketing tips and training that will help you generate more leads, make more sales, and recruit more reps so that you can create the quality of life that you truly desire. Now, if you're here for the very first time, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to my channel so that you can benefit from my over 20 years experience in this profession full time. And I got to tell you, during that time, I've made a ton of mistakes, and I don't want you to make those mistakes. But I've been able to build massive organizations all over the world and even develop a 7-figure business. My style is pretty much no BS, no hype, no fluff. My radio show was called Straight Talk because I hate all the hype out there. I produce network marketing trainings on a weekly basis, sometimes on a daily basis right now. So you'll want to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this free training. You're going to love it, I promise you. So a very common question that I get is, you have a new team member or maybe even yourself that doesn't want to really build their business by talking to their friends and family. Can you build a successful business? Do you have to talk to your family and friends to build the business? Well, the short answer is no. However, I would highly encourage you to do that. In the past 20 years, close to 25 years now, I've actually been involved with 6 companies. And most of that I've done it with the cold market. However, every single time I actually approached my family and my friends. Maybe my family not so much, because in 20 plus years, none of my family's gotten involved with my business. But I've got some customers. So, when you're getting involved, probably the most important thing that you can do is to create a success story. You only have 1 week. You only have your very first month one time. You only have your very first 6 months one time in your company, and you only have, your first year one time. Now, what I did and what I would encourage you to do is take massive action when you first get started in your business. Yes, pull out your phone, talk to people, go old school, reach out to people that you have a relationship, and do not be attached to the outcome. And I think that's probably a big struggle that people have when they first get started building their business, is that, they just knew somebody was going to join and they'd be so great at this business. The only thing we can do, my friend, is we can expose people to our product and to our business. And the best way to do that is ask them if they're interested and open. And if they are, great. And if they aren't, great. I use the example and story all the time when I'm doing my team building strategies for my team, is say, hey, look, you walk up in a restaurant, you're the waiter or waitress, you walk up to a table and you ask the couple sitting at the table, hey, the soup of the day is clam chowder or minestrone, which would you prefer? And they look at you, look at the menu, look at you, look at the menu, look at you, look at the menu. And then they say, hey, I want a salad. Do you care as a waiter or waitress? No, you don't care. Your job is to serve people. Your job in this business is to help people solve problems and to give them what they want. And if you can just create a mindset, if they're interested, great. If they're not interested, great. No big deal. This network marketing training would have been worth it if we stopped right here. The whole goal when you first get started is to create that story. That's really what you want to do, because you're going to tell that story over and over and over and over again. And you're going to tell that story online and you're going to tell it offline. Most people simply don't have the skill set and a big following to start a business and make a big splash, create a big story when they're just starting out. So again, the whole goal is to create the story. Now, I'm a big fan of doing it the online approach. Why? I live out in the country. I'm a half an hour from anywhere. I don't have neighbors. I have chickens, for crying out loud. But that's the way I like it. So when you are talking to a team member, or here's, maybe self-evaluation questions that you can ask for yourself, think about this. What's your monthly income goal? Do you want to make $5,000 a month, or $500 a month, or just $100 a month? Do you want to do it fast, or you want to do it slow? No right or wrong answer. You just got to figure out where the person is on your team, and how fast they want to get to where they want to go. And if they want to build online, you ask them this question, and this is very telling. How many leads are you generating in your online business today? How many leads are you generating today? And most people will say 0 to none, or maybe 2 or 3. So if that's what that person is doing, it's not to say that they can't build a very successful business online, because they absolutely can. But you need to ask them one last question: is, are you in this for the long haul, the long run? And if they are, then they can absolutely build a massive business online. You can certainly do it offline as well. I do a combination of both. Most of what I do today is all online. I've gone, I've done it every single way you can imagine. I've done trade shows, I've done networking events, I've done meetup groups, I've cold called on doctor's office. I've done it all. So if you have any questions about that, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll tell you what works and what I found to work and how to take an approach. The truth is, there's no right or wrong answer on how you want to build a business. You got to figure out what you want to do, and you got to stay true to yourself. One of the biggest mistakes that I've made, and probably the biggest lessons that I've learned over the past 20 years, is I need to be true to myself. I don't need to go to a network marketing training or hear all these cool network marketing success tips from some top guru out there. Take that approach, and it just feel weird and slimy and awkward. And if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. One of the companies I was in for a long time was big on sampling and home parties. And as I mentioned already, I live out in the country. I don't have neighbors to invite over. I really don't. My mom and dad, live, like 100 yards away, but, they're like in their 80s and 90s. So that doesn't work too well. So again, be true to yourself. Call on the people that when you first get started, and ask them questions like, hey, are you interested in open and maybe looking at a side project that wouldn't interfere with what you're currently doing right now? I'm super excited about it. I can't explain it, but if you're open, I'd love to share a video with you. Something simple like that. And again, you're sorting. You're looking for people who are looking for what you have. No right or wrong answer. So be clear about that. In Brendan Burchard's book called High Performance Habits, he talks about clarity. Stephen Covey talks, begin with the end in mind. So what you have to do is you have to go into your home-based business, your network marketing business, if you will, and say, what do you want to do with it? How big do you want this thing to be? Do you want to develop, a little bit of money or a lot of money? Do you want to develop a 6-figure income or 7-figure income? Again, no right or wrong answer. I've seen people from all walks of life have massive success in this business. If they did it, I did it, you can do it too. So the question you need to think about is, what do you stand for? What's your brand? What do you want to become known for? Who is your ideal prospect? For me, it's about quality of life. My background is software. Started out IBM, climbed a proverbial corporate ladder, 6-figure income. My defining moment that changed my life and why I got so serious about this business is when my son Matthew was 8 years old. He climbed into my lap and he asked me a question that broke my heart, changed my life. He said, "Dad, do you still love me?" And I was like, stabbed me in the heart. Why don't you? I'm like crying, like, why would you ever ask that, son? He said, "Dad, I just never see you anymore." If you want to see that whole story, go to my blog, terrypetrovick.com. Look on the right. You can meet Matt, who is now 33, my daughter Christina, who earned about $60,000 her first year right out of high school, and my wife Amy. I absolutely love this profession because it gave me my life back. Now, I got to tell you, lots of mistakes, lots of long hours. I built a multi-million-dollar business, and anybody who does that, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. There's no question about it. You get to decide, what you really stand for, and are you going to get bitter or better? When you run into stumbling blocks, are you going to let those slow you down, or are you going to have them become your building blocks, and you get to go through it, or you get to grow through it? Again, it's all about mindset. Success in this business, 85% of it is mindset. And my wife Amy and I, we have a belief in our family that only good things happen to us. So while the proverbial stuff can hit the fan, we know that there's something good in there, something that we can learn. And that's kind of what you need to have, that mindset for the business. So if you know who you are, and you know where you're going, and you have that vision for yourself, know that it's going to require some skill set development. What kind of skill set development are we talking about? Communication skills, your ability to influence and lead, persuade people, your ability to communicate via video or creating a blog. And make no mistake about it, my friend, every 6 and 7 and 8 figure earner that I know in this profession has a very clear brand for themselves, and most of them have a blog. Why blog? Because a blog makes it very, very easy for people to, number one, find you, number two, find out what you stand for and what you're really about. Because at the end of the day, people really want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And I've had people who have followed me literally for 2 years who knew so much about my business and my family, because I put stuff on YouTube and I put it on Facebook. I'm very easy to find. My phone number's all over the place. I'm the guy that, this profession totally gave me my life back, and I'm so passionate about helping people, get their life back as well. And if that's you, maybe we should talk. So certainly reach out to me. You can connect with me on my blog, or here on YouTube, or on Facebook, or however you want. But the key thing is know where you want to go. Now, you're probably going to have the stumbling blocks like I did. I'd highly recommend that you hire a coach, or 2 or 3 or 4, like I've done over the years. Why coaching? Well, they've made a lot of mistakes. They can teach you, the fast track, the shortcut, if you will, to creating the success that you want. The next big thing I'll tell you to do is take action today and work on your brand. And once you know that brand and what you stand for, start your blog. I've been blogging since 2008. I probably have 3 different blogs right now. I've got 3 different YouTube channels as well. My online footprint is it's pretty okay. It's not huge, but my vision has always been, no matter what company, no matter what product I get involved with, is to create as big of an online footprint as I possibly can. And I got to tell you, once you do that, like I've done that, I get customers in all the time. I never even talk to them. They buy my products, they enroll with my business, and that, my friend, is a beautiful thing. What I'm most passionate about right now is equipping people for success, giving them the network marketing success tips, the team building strategies, and providing the network marketing training so that they can create the better quality of life. Because I would never in a million years want your son or your daughter to walk into your room one day and sit on your lap and say, "Do you still love me?" That, my friend, is a heartbreaker. So if building that online presence is of interest to you, start with a blog. If you are interested in blogging, the #1 course is from a buddy of mine who's a multiple 7-figure earner. You can go to my blog, terrypetrovick.com/3min. That means 3-minute expert. And it will be the absolute best investment you could ever make in yourself and your business. And remember, it's a process. Your blog will evolve as you do. Your branding will change. That's okay. It's a process. I tell people all the time, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So as long as you're making progress every single day, you're adding value to your community, you're making a difference, you're going to succeed. There is no shortcut to success. Make no mistake about it, my friend. You're going to have to step up to the counter and pay full retail price. But this profession that we're in can absolutely change your life like it has mine. So to recap, this network marketing training, my recommendation is, yes, start with your family and friends, people that you have a relationship. Pound the phone, reach out to them. I much prefer the verbal communication than the texting or messaging. Create that success story. And then if you have big goals and you want to develop a big business, definitely work on your online skill set, your branding. Create that blog so people can find you easily. Create content on YouTube like we have here. And if all of this makes sense, trust me, you will have a massive, massive success story in the near future. Hopefully all this makes sense to you. I encourage you to join the conversation below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, any questions you have in the comment area. I respond to them personally. I'd love to be able to figure out where you are. If you're stuck, let me have a conversation. We'll do a quick coaching session, see if I can get you unstuck. So if you got value out of this, please hit the like button. Please share it maybe on Facebook or with some of your friends. And remember this, make today count. Make today count. Time goes by like that, so fast. And until next time, my friend, remember this, make it a better than terrific day and a prosperous one, because you absolutely deserve it. Till next time, bye-bye for now. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Take care. Bye-bye.